Hello friends, welcome back to my channel and our today's topic is some applications of trigonometry. In this topic, we are going to learn about two examples or two definition. First one is angle of elevation and second is angle of depression. The whole chapter is based on the concept of angle of elevation and angle of depression. So, for understanding the chapter, you must be clearly understood these two concepts of elevation and depression. Okay. So what is angle of elevation? Suppose there is a student or a boy or a girl. He is watching some object above the horizontal level. Now what is this horizontal level? This horizontal level is always formed straight from your eyesight. Okay. From your eyesight, it is formed completely on the same straight path. That is called as your horizontal level. If if a student, if a boy or a girl is watching an object above the horizontal level, so this type of line, so draw this line from eyesight to the object, this type of line is called as line of sight. Okay, this is called as line of sight. So you should remember that your angle of elevation is always above the horizon level. Okay, it is always above the horizontal level. The angle formed between this horizontal level and your line of sight is called as angle theta, which is considered as angle of elevation, Okay. Now, clear for angle of elevation? Two things you should keep in mind. First of all, it is always above the horizontal level. And second thing, it is always between the horizontal level and the line of sight. Second comes your angle of depression. For angle of depression, as I earlier said, your horizontal level is again the straight path from your eyesight. So this will be my horizontal level. If a student is watching down to any object, that means this becomes our line of sight. Okay, this becomes our line of sight. Now you should see over here that my angle formed over here is below the horizontal level. Okay, this my angle is formed below the horizontal level. But again, you should keep in mind that angle of depression is also between horizontal level and the line of sight. But the thing is, it is below. This one was above the horizontal level and this one is below the horizontal level. So this type of angle formed is called as angle of depression. Now you should think and clear the concept of the depression over here. Now this type of figure does not form a triangle. So for making a triangle, as you have studied in earlier standard, that this one is also a, suppose this is my line AB and this is my line CD. So both of them are the parallel lines and this is my transversal. So the angle formed by this transversal between them is Z, which is also called as your alternate interior angles. And the property of alternate interior angles is that angles are equal. So my angle BAD will be equal to my angle ADC. That means if this is my angle theta, then this one also becomes my angle theta. Why I am asking for this? Because this type, it is forming a triangle, right angle triangle. And in this chapter, we need a right angle triangle compulsory. This will becomes my perpendicular and this will become my base. This will be my hypotenuse. Okay. So for this angle of depression, we can consider that this angle of theta is same as this angle of theta. If my value of theta is 30 degree over here, then this theta will also be my 30 degree over here. Clear? Moving on to the things which you should remember over here is, first one is your sine theta. Now what does a sine theta means? Sine theta is a operation from which you can find out the value of theta. Now, when you can use your sine theta, the formula of sine theta says opposite upon hypotenuse. Okay. So, suppose I am taking triangle, this triangle ACD. What I am taking? I am taking a right angle triangle where ABC is my triangle, where I am considering my angle C as my theta. Now, I need to find my sine theta. So, when you will apply sine theta, so for if I am taking my C as a theta, this becomes for theta, this becomes my opposite side. This becomes my adjacent side. Okay. That side which is side beside my angle is called as adjacent, and which is opposite in front of my theta is called as my opposite side, and this is my hypotenuse. Okay, my AC is my hypotenuse. So for sine theta, learn the formula that is always opposite upon hypotenuse. What is the formula for sine theta? Sine theta says opposite upon hypotenuse. What is my formula for sine theta? My sine theta says opposite upon hypotenuse. So my formula for sine theta is opposite upon hypotenuse. Next come my cos theta. When you will apply your formula for cos theta? When you need to find out the formula of adjacent or hypotenuse. That means if there is any missing value of adjacent value or hypotenuse value, you can go for your cos theta. Learn with me, the formula for cos theta is adjacent upon hypotenuse. What is the formula for cos theta? It's adjacent upon hypotenuse. And the last one is tan theta, which says opposite upon adjacent. That means my tan theta says opposite upon adjacent. If my side from opposite or adjacent is missing, I will go for tan theta, which we will get from the figure. Okay. For the next further chapter, you need to learn or memorize these three terms and these values, where sine theta for 0 degree is always 0, sine theta for 30 degree is 1 by 2, sine theta for 45 is 1 upon root 2, sine theta for 60 degree is root 3 upon 2, and sine theta for 90 degree is 1. Let me show you the trick for remembering it. For you need to only memorize this first column, which says 0, 1 by 2, 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2 and 1. Why? Because my cos theta is the opposite of sine theta. That means it is starting from 0 to 90. What we will do in cos theta? Reciprocal it. Write down 1. So 1 over here. 60. Again, that means root 3. 1 upon root 2. That means 1 upon root 2. 1 by 2. That means 1 by 2. And 0 and 0. Understood? What you need to learn? Only learn your sine theta. Only memorize this sine theta. You can completely automatically learn your cos theta and tan theta. Why? Because cos theta is the opposite of sine theta. Convert, reciprocal it. From 0 to 90 is your sine theta. From 90 to 0 is your cos theta. 1 root 3 upon 2, 1 by root 2, 1 upon 2 and 0. And next come your tan theta. As the tan theta's formula say, tan theta is equals to sine theta upon cos theta. Okay. So the whenever you will learn your sine and cos, you can automatically substitute the value over here. That means for first 0 upon 1. 0 upon 1 gives you 0. That means my answer is 0. Next comes 1 upon 2 upon root 3 upon 2. So this 2 and 2 is getting cancelled. I am left out with 1 upon root 3. Okay, so same pattern, root 2 cancel. My answer is 1. 2 cancel. That means my answer is 1. Root 3 and 1 upon 0. If 1 upon 0 is asked, 0 is not defined. So your answer will be given as not defined. The thing I am giving over you here is, in this chapter we will mostly use sine 30 and sine 60. So memorize it that sine 30 is 1 upon 2, sine 60 is root 3 upon 2. Again, tell with me, repeat after me. Sine 30 is 1 upon 2, sine 60 is root 3 upon 2. Okay. Same way, cos 30 is root 3 upon 2 and cos 60 is 1 upon 2. What is cos 60? Root 3 upon 2 and 1 upon 2. And most important is tan 30. Tan 30 is 1 upon root 3 and tan 60 is root 3. The thing you need to learn for this chapter is mostly the 30 degree and 60 degree for both three of them. Okay. And the randomly asked question is tan 45, which is the value is 1. Okay. So let's have a few more clear explanation with the help of the example. As our example says, a circus artist is climbing 20-meter long rope. Okay, there is a circle artist. We are naming this figure as ABC, Okay, he is climbing a rope. That means he is climbing somewhat here. It is 20-meter long. So write down over here that it is 20-meter long, which is slightly tied, stretched and tied from the top to the vertical pole to the ground. This is my vertical pole and it is slightly stretched to the ground. Find the height of the pole. That means I need to find my height, AB. If the angle made between the rope with the ground level is 30 degree, that means the theta over here is 30 degree. Theta given over here is 30 degree. Write down the values. What are the values given? My AC is equals to 20 meter. My AB, I am denoting it with H, and my theta over here is 30 degree. Okay, now what I need to find? Find the height. That means I need my height. Which formula should I apply? I am having my hypotenuse. Okay. So, if I apply sine theta, if I am taking sine theta will be equals to opposite upon hypotenuse. Okay. So, I am having my hypotenuse which is 20. Opposite means my height AB. So, shall I substitute over here that it will become my AB upon AC? Yes. So, sine 30 will be equals to AB upon AC. What is my AB and what is my sine 30? As we have learned in the earlier, my sine 30 is equals to 1 upon 2. So you will write over here 1 upon 2 is equals to, what is my AB? My AB is H. What is my AC? My AC is 20. Now cross multiply it. 20 goes in numerator. So 1 multiplied by 20 gives me 20 upon 2 is equal to my H. So 2 tens are 20. So I got my value 10 is equals to 10 meter is equals to H. Okay, my 10 meter is equals to my value of H. What is my H? My H is the height. So therefore, height of vertical pole is 10 meter. Clear? For further information and further examples, you can join for next video. This was only the introduction part. Before that, you should learn these three things: sine theta, cos theta and tan theta's formula with the values. Okay, so you can clearly understand the next video. Hope you understand. Join again for the next video.